que não sabe o chão. Vira, vira de pássaro que não sabe o chão. Vira, vira de pássaro que não sabe o chão. Vira, vira de pássaro que não sabe o chão. Vira, vira de pássaro que não sabe o chão. Vira, vira de pássaro que não sabe o chão. Vira, vira de pássaro que não sabe o chão. Vira, vira de pássaro que não sabe.
Oh fuck, I'm so drunk I feel retarded. I was fucking deep.
Just saying, sometimes you get a knock on the head, you get special powers. It happens all the time.
When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore.
Can you dig it, sucker?
The game on the line, he will. 44 yards, Bass. No, he doesn't make it. Wide right. Wow. The two most dreaded words in Buffalo.
I'm talking to America here, excuse me.
Oh yeah!
Lamar Jackson, if you can hear us, please save us, Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson, if you can hear us, please save us. Please save us, Lamar Jackson.
Please save us, Lamar.
You know, it's a beautiful time in America where after a full season of everyone at each other's throats, we all come together. We all come together to pray today for Lamar Jackson. Please, football gods. I haven't asked anything from the football gods for 20 years. I haven't needed you, but today Today I need you. You know, Monkey, I went to the local Walmart today to pick up some snacks and, household goods. And I'm living deep here in enemy territory, guys. I live in Kansas. And there's fucking Chief shit everywhere in the store. And fucking everyone's wearing their fucking Mahomo jerseys. And I'm walking down the snack aisle. I'm like, I'm going to get some Oreos. I'm going to get some Oreos to eat during the game. I've been good all week. Let's get a snack, right? And I'm wearing a Celtics hoodie because I don't have any purple, but I'm like, this will let them know enough. And I'm going down the aisle, and I see a gentleman. I see this guy who's wearing a Denver Broncos hat. And we had a great moment, and we just look at each other and head nod. And that was it. We didn't say a word to each other. We just head nodded. We were like, please save us, Lamar.
We can't deal with the reality of a Chiefs win here today. Like, nah.
And it goes beyond that for this podcast. This is a Broward County podcast. So for anyone, including PJ, to sit here and not root for Mr. Pompano, Mr. Boynton Beach High School quarterback Lamar Jackson, that's treason.
Yeah, treason. Criminal treason. We are all Lamar Jackson stands. And if you're listening to this podcast and you are a Chiefs fan, fuck you today. Just saying. Like, I am not your friend.
Look, if you have to have me make a choice between Kodak Black and Taylor Swift, who I'd want to see at the Super Bowl, the fuck you? Are you kidding me?
Put Kodak in the skybox. NFL won't pan to him. They won't pan to that motherfucker, though.
You remember when he was in the skybox at the Panthers game, and they panned to him, and he was dry humping some broad?
Never again. He will. Kodak's in the skybox. Well, we don't need that camera tonight. Might as well put that guy on the field. We'll get some good extra shots of catches. Oh my fucking god. Alright. We have news before we go into the games.
Big news I just saw on Twitter. Marlon Humphrey passes physical this morning. He will be playing. That is huge for the Ravens. They were kind of shorthanded at cornerback last game, so Marlon Humphrey is playing.
Alright. So I'll start in the NBA. And then we'll end in the NFL. In the NBA this week, Warriors postponed games against the Jazz and Mavs after the passing of their assistant head coach. Bucks hired Doc Rivers as their new head coach.
Wild.
Wow. That's a good way to start a tank. Luka Doncic scored 73 and Devin Booker scored 62 on the same night a couple days ago.
That was Embiid. Embiid scored 70 with Booker on one night, and then 2 nights later, Luka scored 72.
I was going to get to that. Embiid did it a couple of days earlier, too. Wow. That's insane for like, what, a 3-4 day period? It's like fucking 2 people break 70 and the same guy breaks 60 twice.
And on top of that, and no sensitive subject for you, Monkey, but that Celtics Heat game, it was technically the most efficient game by any offense in NBA history.
For who, you?
Yes.
Oh, I was about to say, I hope you ain't saying us.
No.
That's not what we saw. Like, for the Celtics, that was definitely a great Great. That was a very efficient game for you, Albert. For
Actually,
us,
I thought the Heat offense in that game was actually pretty good. They were just playing a team that could not fucking miss.
we can't play defense worth the shit. And when we go cold, we go cold. Like, there's so many things that I have to say about the Heat that I'm waiting for the end of football season to get to, but like I'm mad about the fact that they cannot stop a fucking cold at all.
Yeah, I think you guys lost to the Knicks, right?
Yeah.
And then I think they got Phoenix next. So now you got to deal with Booker and fucking Durant and shit. Not a
No,
good
the
stretch.
the next three games suck, dude. It's fucking trash. Anyway, the Hawks Trae Young cleared concussion protocol, and Wizards moved their head coach Wes Unseld to the front office advisory role, so he's no longer the head coach there. In WWE, there's huge news in WWE. We can't discuss the full length of it here because I want to keep this podcast kind of, short. We do have games to get to. We're going to talk about this more later. Vince McMahon resigned his position from TKO amid allegations of sexual assault and a new lawsuit that was filed that had some pretty incredible shit in it. No pun intended. So WWE is going through an entire fucking overhaul. It's a lot to go over. It's not something that we can go over today. But Vince is gone. That's the basic part of it. We lived a day with no McMahon in the head department of no McMahon is involved in WWE for the first time in it since ever.
Well, I thought what was crazy though about that whole thing is like, 'cause don't get me wrong, like I like both companies. I'm an AEW fan and a WWE fan, so I'm not picking a side or anything. I like them both. Yeah. And you got to think for the AEW guys, the cons down there, they were probably thrilled with this news. They were probably like, "Oh fuck yeah, the witch is dead," and then you turn on the Royal Rumble, and then and then there's your two guys, fucking Cody Rhodes and CM Punk, capping off the Royal Rumble.
Gotta be
brutal.
Punching air, dude. Gotta be punching air, dude.
But it sets up good, man. You got we'll probably get Punk and Rollins still. I still think that's on the table for WrestleMania. And then obviously Cody and Roman in the main event. That'll be fun.
So going into that, Cody Rhodes won the Royal Rumble again for a second time in a row, which hasn't been done since Stone Cold Steve Austin did it in 97 and 98. Bayley wins the Women's Royal Rumble, which sets up a whole thing where she might challenge Io Sky for that belt, even though Rhea Ripley is also still an option too. Roman Reigns retained his championship in the Fatal 4-Way, and Logan Paul retained his championship with his match against Kevin Owens. So nothing really changed on the championship side of things, which kind of makes sense. So in NFL news, there's a lot of fucking... I'm just going to rattle off a bunch of fucking coordinators. Eagles hired Kellen Moore for offensive coordinator. Falcons hired Zach Robinson for offensive coordinator. Bears hire Eric Washington for defensive coordinator. Panthers hire Bucks offensive coordinator Dave Canales as the new head coach there. So Dave Canales is the guy for the Bucks.
Bro, they gave him a 6-year deal.
Wow.
Good for him.
For real. Philly Eagles hire Vic Fangio as defensive coordinator. Everybody saw that one coming. Chargers got John Harbaugh as their new head coach. Bengals hiring Dan Pitcher as the new offensive coordinator, and then Chiefs Kadarius Toney is out, and like you said before, Ravens Marlon Humphrey will play today. So yeah, that's the news. That's basically what's been going on as far as that. We're gonna keep up with fucking NBA and wrestling news and hockey and shit as much as possible, but it'll end up turning into a basketball UFC WWE show for the off season. But let's talk about fucking the games today. We've got, what's the 3 p.m. today?
Ravens Chiefs.
Ravens Chiefs.
And I saw some people asking on Twitter. They were like, "Why isn't this a night game?" Which I totally agree with. But they do this. They plan it out like a year in advance. They rotate every year between the NFC Championship and AFC Championship being the day game and night game. So that's why.
So, before we get into our bets, how do you feel about this game going into today?
Ooh, I'm so excited. I went back and forth after the podcast last week, think about the Ravens and Chiefs, and everyone's saying like, oh, it's going to be a close, exciting game. I think there's like a decent chance here this is not a close game.
I've been saying it since the podcast and before the podcast. What the Ravens have shown me all year, this isn't a close game. Every powerhouse of any kind that the Ravens have faced, and they faced the Eagles when they were good, they faced Dallas when they were still fooling people, they faced the Dolphins when they were still fooling people, they faced San Francisco, which was a legitimate powerhouse, and they didn't just win these games, they beat the fuck out of these teams. So, there's a legitimate shot here that the Ravens smell blood in the water and just fucking go up 4-5, or not 4-5, but 3-4 scores. I feel like this is gonna be a fucking lynching. And Marlon Humphrey's gonna play, so
Yeah, because that was the one thing I was like, because obviously the Chiefs, the receiving core is not very good, but you got to think they're going to put that absolute maniac Kyle Hamilton on Kelsey. He's huge. He can cover and do everything. So that's a good matchup for them. But I was really concerned about, who's going to match up on Rice? And Humphrey matches up really fucking well with him. So that's tough. And then you look back at how bad the Chiefs have been against the run this whole year. They have a really good secondary, but their run defense has been not good. And Buffalo ran right the fuck through them. And Buffalo is not a team like the Ravens when it comes to running the football at all. So, man, please, Lamar Jackson, you can hear us.
Hear our calls.
Well, he has a golden opportunity today to become the modern Peyton Manning, because during the Brady era, Brady was the guy like Mahomes is right now, but everyone was like, well, we have one shot, and it was always Peyton Manning or a Manning brother. He has that chance to become instantly the most popular man in America.
Mm-hmm. So,
Lamar Jackson, if you can hear us, please save us, Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson, if you can hear us, please save us. Please save us, Lamar Jackson.
I'm so glad you found that. All right. The other one's gonna be that. This one's gonna be the one that I don't. I'm conflicted. Lions and Niners. Now, everything in me wants the Lions to win this game. I really want the Lions to win this game. But man, they've got a fucking, first off, a really, really pissed off team with these 49ers. They're gonna go out there with fucking that black Air Force energy. You know Debo is gonna be dialed in. And he's coming, but the only thing that makes me worried about Debo is that he's coming off. You know, he's playing hurt, and we know he's playing hurt. But C-Mac controlling that and that defense the way it is on the Lions, man. I really want the Lions to win this game, though. I need to see Dan Campbell in the Super Bowl. So this is a tough pick for me.
It is tough. It's I think this is the more competitive game out of the two games, though.
Yeah.
With how the San Francisco's been, like everyone's always like, oh, their defense. The defense has not been good the last month. It really hasn't been.
That's why I think they're coming in pissed off because they know they haven't played good this last month.
Yeah, that's worrying. And either way, I mean, I would hate. It's going to be tough if Detroit wins because then we're all going to have to pick between either Lamar Jackson wins the Super Bowl or Detroit wins the Super Bowl, and that's fucking hard, bro. That's such a tough thing to watch. And then.
Oh, I didn't think about that. We're so selfish. We needed an antagonist for the Super Bowl. We might not get one.
No.
Fuck.
But on the other side, if the games go in the worst possible direction and we get San Francisco versus the Chiefs, watching, the Golden Child get beat by the last pick in the draft in the Super Bowl, that's pretty good. I like that. Underdog, Brock Purdy. I like that.
Okay.
I don't feel comfortable leaving the fate of football America in the hands of Brock Purdy or Jared Goff to defeat the Chiefs. I don't feel comfortable with that at all. So Lamar, please.
Please, Lamar Jackson.
Please.
Lamar Jackson, if you can hear us, please save us, Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson, if you can hear us, please save us. Please save us, Lamar Jackson.
Lamar, you have to help. Alright, let's get into the fucking betting. We'll go with is that? Nope. That. Yeah. Here we go.
All right. So I did a couple different bets. I did a parlay, a props parlay for each game. I did a touchdown score, and then I did a please save us Lamar bet.
We theme our bets here.
We do. These are all I felt the most confident in this bet out of all of them that I did. Christian McCaffrey scoring touchdown is a lock, especially in a fucking NFC Championship game. Got him going over 126 rushing and receiving yards. When you look at his stats, that's what he does every fucking game. Gibbs going over 75 rushing and receiving as well. He's usually good for 40, 50 rushing. So then you only need 20, 25 receiving yards, 30 receiving yards on top of that. And then you got Laporta, which he's hurt, but he's their big target. I think San Francisco hasn't done a great job of covering the tight ends recently, so I like him going 50 yards a day.
I actually like this. I like the payout of it.
Yeah.
Too.
Good odds, but something can always go wrong, but hey, this is my favorite bet I did.
Sam Laporta over 47 yards. That's actually doable.
Yeah, he can do that on 3 or 4 targets. He's usually not a guy that's getting 5-yard catches, so.
I like that. I like the bet of that. All right, cool. Let's go to the next one.
All right.
Which one?
Lamar, please save us. This is a long shot bet. What we got? The Ravens money line. Lamar and Gus both scoring touchdowns. We got the Lions money line. And Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jahmyr Gibbs scoring touchdowns. So we got a $2 bet that might pay us out $150. So Lamar, Jared.
You put your faith in Jared Goff. Oh Lord!
Hey, if we're looking at Jared Goff's track record here, he will play an incredible NFC Championship, and then he is going to absolutely shit himself in the Super Bowl.
All right.
So here we got the touchdown. Anytime touchdown bet. C-Mac, Montgomery, Lamar, Pacheco. Like this bet. This is all ground game shit because it's the playoffs. And we got a bunch of teams that like to run the ball.
To be honest with you, that's solid. Solid because that's going to be matched with some of the shit that I have.
And then this is the props parlay for the early game. We got Lamar, anytime touchdown. Mahomes, 225 yards. Zay Flowers, 50 yards. Travis Kelce, 50 yards. Feel pretty good about this one, too. Payouts, it's okay. Plus 850.
High odd. Hold on, what do I got over here? Okay. So, unlike fucking, what is this?
This is America's bet.
Yeah, well, no, I mean, this is fantasy,
no, this is reality. This is not fan fiction. This is reality. This is gonna hit.
This is FanDuel.
Yep.
That you're using. Okay.
The
so
real
unlike
app.
Unlike FanDuel, I've got fucking Hard Rock, so I can't put all my touchdowns and shit on the same fucking ticket like he can. I gotta wait and put it on like one at a time if I'm using 2 different games. Hard Rock's weird about this. It sucks. But Lamar anytime and Christian McCaffrey anytime is the most automatic bet you can make today. Cause that's happening. There's no Lamar and Christian McCaffrey almost always score 1 touchdown. That's the basis and crux of their, or not the crux, but the basis of their fucking offenses. And if you didn't feel good about that, we can add Jahmyr Gibbs. But Lamar Jackson is getting in the end zone today, so that's a lock. So you can either put C-Mac, which should be like super obvious, or Jahmyr Gibbs, which is crossed the end zone. I think the last 4 of the last 5 of their games, he's been getting in the end zone. So this is my same game parlay for Chiefs Ravens. Lamar and Isaiah. That's why I liked your bet because I have them going in the end zone too. Lamar going over 50 yards rushing is such that's a safety blanket.
Especially today, dude. I think Lamar is going to rush for 150 yards today.
He's going way over 50, but that's a safety blanket. Pat Mahomes is going to try to make this a good game, so I feel like because he's going to go down early, he's going to have to throw for his life. A couple of those are going to get into the end zone. So Pat Mahomes over, scoring 2 touchdowns. I feel pretty safe on that one too. Over on Lions and Niners, C-Mac and Gibbs I like in the end zone for obvious reasons. I feel like this game's going on the ground first. And then again, Christian McCaffrey's going way over 50. That's a safety blanket. But Jahmyr Gibbs I have at 50 because they also have David Montgomery, which I'm sure will get some action today. And I don't really want to lose the fucking bet because of that. Because he has a tendency to screw me on that. Okay, I got 2 YOLO bets today. I have 2 long, crazy, fucking, why the fuck did I make this bet type shit. Patrick Mahomes over 200, safe. He's going to have to throw all the time. Isaiah and Lamar in the end zone, that's an obvious one. Patrick Mahomes over 1.5 for passing touchdowns. I already explained that one. Then these are just a bunch of safety like safety bets right here. Lamar going over 50, that's way over. Gus Edwards going over 25, it's because Lamar's going to go way over 50. Isaiah Pacheco's probably good. You can put 50 there. You don't have to put 24.5. I just don't want to risk the bet. Travis Kelce is going to be pretty involved today, so him getting 50 yards is more likely than, Rice. Mark Andrews getting 25 again because I feel like they're gonna go up early, so I don't want them to fall just short of 50 from Mark Andrews today. He's definitely getting over fucking 2 receptions. What do I got? Travis Kelce at 3.5. That's safe. Like I said, they're gonna get Travis Kelce really fucking involved today because they have no other goddamn choice. This is super, super YOLO. You could take like 4 or 5 of these legs and then another 4 or 5 of these legs and not be an idiot. But I'm an idiot. And I'm only betting $1 anyway. Then I have a 10 leg on the other game. We already covered Jahmyr and Christian going in the end zone, so those are locks. Brock Purdy going over 200 because he's going to have to. Jahmyr Gibbs over 50. Again, super, super, super safe. Christian McCaffrey going over 50. Again, another really super safe. Sam Laporta over 25. You can make that 50. I feel like Sam Laporta is going to get a lot more touches today.
Oh, yeah.
Amon-Ra St. Brown over 25. It's because the last time I bet 50 on him, he gave me 48. So I have trust issues with him. George Kittle going over 25. That's safe. I feel like Kittle's going to be hella involved today. But I'm not going to put fucking 4 receptions, which was his true line. So I put the 2 receptions here. And then Sam Laporta over 2 receptions, which he's going to completely break the fuck out of that. So that's what I've got. Then we got hold up dogs. Maybe no dogs. All right. So Talon gave us a fucking bet. I don't know if I super like it because he's got money lines, and I don't want to bet money lines today. This is the shit that y'all do that I won't do in the playoffs, is bet money lines. Let's see. Rashee Rice, anytime touchdown scorer. I don't know about that one as much as I like Lamar Jackson's anytime touchdown scorer. He's got the Ravens money line, and we're praying on that. What has he got? Patrick Mahomes over 200. That's safe. 49ers money line. C-Mac scoring a touchdown. Jahmyr going, what was that? Alternate rushing receiving 75. I like that. I like it to an extent, but I hope he gets most of that on the ground. Christian McCaffrey over 100. Alternate rushing and receiving. He could have put rushing. Like, you legit could have put rushing. But it's okay. I love you, Taylor. Alright. So that's the bets. I'm gonna re-put them up in a second. and we'll call this later. If Brendan says put your mortgage on it, and your left kidney and testicle if applicable.
Put your left testicle on my America's bet. Do it.
Hold on, where's the American bet? Yep. America's bet. This is the bet we're hoping for today. This is the result we want to see. Us here in America. Except for Missouri, and fuck Missouri. And California. Fuck them too. Well, San Francisco.
Well, to be fair, like, it's only like 1/3 of California that wants San Francisco to win. You think these fucking all the Raiders fans and fucking Chargers fans and shit down in Southern California want San Francisco to win? Fuck no.
Nah. They don't want those fucks to win.
And the Rams fans too. They don't really exist, but
I just hope that before the end of today, we get to see Patrick Mahomes have an entire fucking meltdown on the sideline. That's what I'm hoping for. Like, that's really what I want. I've come to enjoy watching Patrick Mahomes act like a bitch.
yeah, and I've enjoyed it because, like, I live around Chiefs fans, and the way they talk about this team, you think they're like the fucking 70s Steelers. Like, okay, yeah, you won fucking 2 Super Bowls. That's cool. But, like, dude, that's not... They're like, oh, we're a dynasty. I'm like, no. You need, like, 3, 4, 5, 6, fucking 7. You know, that's a fucking dynasty. They're a good team. Don't get me wrong. But, like, they're talking about Patrick Mahomes like he's fucking Michael Jordan. Like, bro.
You're comparing him to LeBron.
To LeBron and shit. I'm like, bro, he's tied with Ben Roethlisberger in championship.
So disrespectful and true.
It's the truth. I had one of them the other day. He's like, Mahomes is way better than fucking Brady. I'm like, did you not watch the AFC Championship and the Super Bowl they played against each other? Did you not remember how those ended?
He does. He has selective memory, dude.
Yeah, he does.
He does. Like, he doesn't remember this point in his life that I'm displaying. This Falcon true identity that he has.
Oh, no, this is a different one. This was an actual Chiefs fan.
Oh, I thought we were talking about PJ. Anyway, but yeah, before we wrap it up, just real quick, we'll bring these back up for you because they're important. We hope that you don't. You bet if you bet in your mortgage today, bet it on this one.
Yep.
We need this
Lamar.
to happen.
Lamar, please. If you can hear us, Lamar. Then I'm sure we'll be back for a post game tonight because I'm sure we'll have a lot to talk about.
Yeah, and oh my God, I don't know if we'll do it Tuesday or maybe Thursday, but we're gonna cover the WWE stuff that's going on because that's a whole ass lot to talk about.
Yeah, I'm excited to go through like some of the Twitter threads because there's a couple good threads out there that like have all like the main things in that lawsuit in it, and I read a couple of them, pretty fucking crazy. I wouldn't say I'm like shocked because like you look at Vince and like his mustache and what Vince is as a person, and it's like, am I really that shocked? No. But still,
I'm more so excited that it's finally happened and we can finally get to Triple H making a good product because that's what I want.
Yeah, because they like Vince. He gets so stuck on these like 3 or 4 wrestlers and only puts these 2 or 3 guys over. and then you got fucking. Yes, he does. He will lose the off season, but like they've had so much talent in recent years that like have been so over, yet they refuse to fucking give them any big matches or fucking do anything with them. Like the prime example was fucking still is, it's fucking LA Knight. But everyone's been dying for a push for fucking years, and they just won't fucking do it. Give the people something.
I think he set up. I think Sammy and LA, like a lot of these guys that got really good reactions losing to Roman, I think they're going to be the. What I found really positive about the Royal Rumble, a couple of I remember it got brought up a couple times in our chat. Oh, there's not really any legends. I was glad that there wasn't any legends. Like, I'm sure legends will be a part of the Rumble in the future. But I'm glad there wasn't any in this one, because it signifies a change, that they're moving towards the future. They are prioritizing bringing up other talent. They brought up fucking somebody from TNA in the Women's Royal Rumble. I saw like 3-4 NXT people. Another thing that happened with the Vince McMahon thing is Brock Lesnar had his spot taken by Braun Breaker, and that was awesome for Braun Breaker. He looked really strong. Like it shows a step in the right direction. I'm sure they'll bring back Legends event. Like The Rock, I'm sure is gonna have a WrestleMania.
Yeah, and you could tell by like, cause I only watched the men's rumble. I was out last night, but like you could tell by like who had big spots. Like, cause Braun Breaker had a huge spot, awesome. Almost had a big spot. Shinsuke had a big spot. So it was like all these guys that have been kind of the people's champions for a while were finally getting their due. So that was fun.
Whoever decided to put the Usos at number 1 and 2, that was good booking.
Yeah,
that was because they hadn't seen each other since Jimmy had fucked them over. So like that was good booking. Finally, we get to see those two fight. That was cool. Like I liked a lot of the event. The event was awesome. It was. We all kind of saw Roman Reigns coming. The way they did KO, the reverse Eddie Guerrero, that was fucking cool.
That was cool. That was a nice edit. I saw that today.
The reverse. I hadn't seen a reverse Eddie Guerrero in a while. Like, that was pretty cool. But I mean, overall, the two Royal Rumbles, the women's Royal Rumble was a lot more exciting than I thought it was going to be. That was a really good Rumble.
Yeah, I got to go back and watch it. I didn't get to see it. I like the there were some complaints about the McAfee spot in the Rumble too. I liked it. I thought it was cheesy and funny. That was kind of like the one surprise, you know. And then our truth in both Rumbles was electric.
Fucking Truth. Yeah, that man is a treasure, dude. when he came out, and you could tell, like, I remember, I think he came out in 27 or some shit like that. But he came out, like, when he came out for the Women's Royal Rumble, he came out at the same number he came out for in the men's. So I was like, oh, well, I guess we know his number. When I saw him in the women's, I'm like, I bet you that's his number. And he came out 27 again, trying to tag, and I was like, yo. Yes! We tag, and they let Dom do the tag. That was fucking good. That was.
I just remember, like, I'm out and like our group chat's going off because everyone's reacting to everything in the women's Rumble, and I pulled up and there's like 80 messages, so I'm like quickly scrolling down, and I just randomly see R-Truth, and I'm like, hold up, it's fucking R-Truth in the women's Rumble.
And he got eliminated. Like, the way he pulled that off, dude, was great.
Know what I was pissed about? I have one gripe. That they give us Kofi Kingston in the Rumble, like they always do, and they just eliminate him. Nothing cool. No fucking, handstands and all this crazy shit he always does. It's just They just fucking eliminated him. That didn't make sense to me. I was like, what the fuck?
There was one that was like a really strong booking. I forget who it was, but I think that they had eliminated Bronson Reed or something. They had eliminated somebody that was just. It was in the never mind. It was in the women's Royal Rumble, but they eliminated Nia Jax, and I was like, yo, fuck, I forget. They gave her such a strong booking, and it was Jade Cargill. Jade Cargill came back to the this was her WWE debut. I think she was coming from AEW, and Nia Jax at the point of the Rumble had fucking cleaned house, dude. She just like, I think she eliminated more than half the participants ultimately, and then Jade Cargill comes in, everybody fucking goes apeshit, and she goes right for Jax and tosses her ass out, and I'm like, oh well, damn, that was very Goldberg shit. That like, wow. Then they had this spot with her again, where she had a stare down with Bianca Belair. Everybody went ape shit for that, so I think that's gonna be.
Oh God, you got a text from that idiot again.
Fuck you.
And I liked Ricochet's spots too. Ricochet's spots last night were fucking awesome. That guy's electric. The way he got eliminated too, he fucking did like a backflip out the fucking ring. Cool.
I feel like that dude's like the new age Rey Mysterio.
Yeah.
He gives the same sort of vibes. Which, by the way, in the male Royal Rumble, dude, there was like at one point in that Royal Rumble where there was more Latin fucking wrestlers than anybody else. Like, it was a very spicy Rumble. They had Andrade come back. What was it? Then at one point it was him, Santos Escobar,
Carlito.
Fuck, who else, dude? There was like two or
I think
three
Dom
others.
Dom was in there at that point.
Yeah, Dom. And I was like, dude, what the? There's a lot of Spanish in that ring right now. Like, do we have a Spanish announce team? They must have been lit. Like, that's the one thing. I think I want to go back on the broadcast and find the Spanish broadcast. I want to know what they sounded like when Andrade came out. He's huge. Excuse me. He's huge in Mexico. So, like, overall, really good Royal Rumble. I liked Pat McAfee's spot too. I didn't have a problem with that.
I thought it was funny.
I fucking died. I was like, yeah, that's what I would do. I would do that exact. What, Omos? I gotta fight Omos? Nah, forget that.
Right?
Why did you enter me into this?
Fight this guy. His fucking dude. His waistline is at the top rope. I'm good.
When he got back on the headset afterwards, he said the exact same shit I think any normal human being would have said. Like, nah, you know what? I like my life. What? You wanted me to fight him? Why? Yeah, no, I like that. That was a fucking great spot. Overall, just a good Rumble. It's nice to see, like, you know, Cody Rhodes get another shot. I hope he gets the win. I'm fucking so tired of seeing Roman Reigns.
Cody Rhodes, please.
To a vacation, bro.
Please, Cody Rhodes, if you can hear us.
Like, I get that that's his whole point. You're supposed to hate him, like, but he's too good at it. So can we?
Well, it's not that. Like, he's a good wrestler. He's a good actor. It's just been so long of it. Like, it's tiring now. Like, it's boring. Like, you just
we've run out of finishes. Is what I feel like it is. Like, I would tolerate it more if I wouldn't be able to call the ending of the match late. Someone's in the crowd with a hoodie.
Yeah. Oh, woo.
So, hoodie. Wow, I haven't seen this before. Like the last 3-4 pay-per-views, someone's in the crowd with a hoodie, fucking up the match somehow. Like, yeah, it's boring. And it's not his fault. They've run out of finishes. Like, how the fuck many finishes can you write for this guy?
Yep, and like at all the feuds he had too. I get like his whole fucking thing is like he's been a champion forever, but like I feel like halfway through his reign, if someone had beaten him, just to like, you know, have a nice long feud with someone where it's like a back and forth, and like in the rematch you really don't know who's gonna win because, you know, this guy had fucking beaten him once before. Like I don't know.
He had good, he had some good fucking promos, dude. There was some good like his rivalry with Jey Uso. That was like I felt that that, like I could relate to that. Was a relatable thing. Like the way they had Jimmy and Jay play against each other. Like that was the program they did with Sami Zayn and the Bloodline. That was fucking entertaining. But like at some point, you don't need the belt for this. Like you can still be this entertaining and not also have all the fucking belts. Like I get. They need to do that, and they need to split the tag teams up. That's my opinion on that. Anyway, dude, it's 2:00 and people need to get ready for football. So
they do. Me too. I need to make some wings.
We'll talk more about this and whatever hopefully we see Lamar Jackson as a.
Please, Lamar. You can hear us, Lamar.
On that note, we will end it here and leave it at this.
Lamar Jackson, if you can hear us, please save us, Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson, if you can hear us, please save us. Please save us, Lamar Jackson.
All right. See you all for the post game.
Peace. Go Raiders.
Peace.